I have never been reprimanded or written up for any violence. So why now? I've had to sign that paper because of their constant going up to the office and complaining. And I have had to sign the paper because they have to review, that's agenda. They have to review the violence paper with me, the harassment paper. It has been said that I've given them the finger on the job. No such thing. I don't even use that finger. I have never been violent to anybody in my life. I am going this far to say I had an ADHD boy, 8 years of hell. Worst case scenario, I would have shown violence in that time of my life if I ever had any violence in me, and filed official harassment papers against Michelle and Sandie. And Sandie was included in my harassment because she went and filed a paper along with Michelle that I have been violent towards her. For the last 2 years, I've dealt with Sandie Pierce until she found out she could lose her job. They have been trying to cry violence before, and no one believed them. These girls have been complaining about me for a year. Violence, and yet I still kept my job. Nobody has any proof that I've ever done anything wrong. As far as the throwing of packages, nobody's witnessed this again. Then all of a sudden, there was the Sandie issues with the constant going to the office and complaining about one thing or another that I did. Over the last 2 years, I have suffered with Sandie Pierce, constant complaining, accusations, tattling about everything I do. I was warned about Sandie Pierce when I did go to the Smalls area. When I came to Dixon, I worked in trucks the first year. Never had any problems. I remember specifically up in the room, he was upset, and he pointed his finger at Sandie and made her aware of the fact that I could file official harassment against her. She could possibly lose her job. After that, she backed off.
Okay.
She and I used to get along until my numbers surpassed her numbers on the computer. And then it all changed. It all changed. She was so upset by it at one time that I actually yelled at her, and I felt bad about it, and I wrote her a card to apologize. I work hard and do the best I can while on the clock. I am one of the most productive employees in the Smalls area. The issue started when I started to get better at what I was doing. So I was rewarded constantly at the airport because of my good work. Denise wanted to reward me with a t-shirt because of my consistent keeping my numbers up there, because some people will be good one day and lousy the next. I'm consistent. I've always been able to come to work, do my job, do an excellent job, and go home and be able to look myself in the mirror because my numbers were above everybody else's. Envelopes are lighter, they help your numbers. And I would like to ask a question. Usually when somebody bullies another person, you ask why. Usually it's because they have a low self-esteem, there's an agenda, something. I have excellent numbers. I have more hours than either girl. I work double shifting. My hours run between 35 and 40 hours a week for the last year. My pay increased. Why would I bully them? Why would I care about them? That's the question I have, because their numbers aren't good. Sandie's nor Michelle's. They only choose when they want to be good. I do that all the time. It's my work ethic. It's always been my work ethic to do the best job I can while I'm at work.
You had the opportunity to present any and all evidence you'd like this committee to hear today?
Yes, all the evidence I had. I could have gotten statements, but I guess I didn't know if I'd be allowed back in the building.